Hirsch reporting live from Monroe, Connecticut, where the fierce Hurricane Sandy hit just a couple weeks ago. We'll get back to Sandy in a few minutes, but first let me tell you a little bit about hurricanes. So when the next one hits our area, you will be better prepared. Hurricanes are one of the largest, most powerful storms in the world. They are characterized by their high winds, progression, and rotation. There are 5 categories of hurricanes based on wind speed, with a Category 1 having the weakest winds at 75 miles per hour, and a Category 5 having the strongest winds, which can be up to 200 miles per hour. Imagine that! Hurricanes spin in a counterclockwise direction where we live in the northern hemisphere. As the winds pick up speed, an eye forms in the center of the clouds and the wind spins even more quickly. In addition to spinning, hurricanes move forwards. The hurricane will grow stronger as it travels over the ocean, and then when it crosses onto land, it weakens and eventually disappears. Let me tell you how the water cycle is related to hurricanes. Hurricanes form over seas or oceans that are warm, mostly near the equator. Because the air at the equator is very warm, it rises very fast and water vapor is sucked up into the air. When the water gets colder, condensation occurs and clouds are formed, which can then build into thunderstorms. When these thunderstorms join together, a hurricane begins to form. Precipitation occurs when the clouds cannot hold the water anymore. Water falls back to earth in the form of rain during a hurricane. Hurricanes can cause a lot of destruction. The higher the category number, the more destruction there likely will be. Destruction comes from high winds and flooding from heavy rains and large waves at the beaches. The winds knock down trees, power lines, houses, and other objects. The rains and waves flood streets and homes. Often people lose power. Some people even die. Hurricanes also cause erosion of land and beaches. Erosion is when the earth changes shape or form and looks different as a result of things like rainwater, wind, and waves that happen during a hurricane. The most noticeable erosion during a hurricane happens along the coast. Many times after a hurricane, beaches are washed away or look completely different than they did before the hurricane. And now let's return to our most recent hurricane named Sandy. Sandy was a Category 1 hurricane. It occurred in our area on October 29th, 2012. It affected some islands in the Caribbean and then moved off the east coast of the United States. This mighty storm hit the hardest along the coast of New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. New York and New Jersey had a lot of rain. Connecticut had less rain but a lot of wind. Even though it was only a Category 1, there was a lot of destruction as a result of the storm. The odd thing about this Frankenstorm was that as it traveled up the coast, it turned west into the New Jersey area. This made it one of the most interesting storms in history. This happened because of pressure changes and other unusual situations in the weather. This storm definitely blew us away on October 29th and continued proving its powerful forces for several days and even weeks after. Many people in Monroe were without power for days. Some in New York and New Jersey are still without power even 2 weeks later. Many trees and power lines fell because of the wind. Many homes, especially along the beaches, were flooded and some destroyed due to high waves. Many people lost their houses and all of their belongings. Some people even died during this hurricane. We'll all remember Sandy for a long time, and it will likely become a part of history as one of the worst storms to ever hit Connecticut. Stay tuned to this station as we bring you more information on Hurricane Sandy. I'm Julia Hirsch reporting live from Monroe, Connecticut. Now back to the studio.